Welcome, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? I am Michael Flecha, and welcome to the newest edition of the Bulls Corner as we recap Game of the Eastern Conference first round matchup between the Chicago Bulls and the Milwaukee Bucks. As the game was played tonight at the Bradley Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Bulls fans, this one's going to be a tough pill to swallow tonight, guys. Chicago loses 92-90 as, well, I'll just say it. It was a basket. 3-1, looking to possibly try to wrap it up on Monday night. Man alive, man. I think we're still at a loss for words right now. But you got to give credit to Milwaukee. They played a phenomenal game tonight, but it wasn't their starters that absolutely went off. It was their bench play. The bench of Milwaukee absolutely showed up. Jared Dudley, OJ May, John Henson absolutely went crazy tonight, and they stymied the Chicago Bulls throughout the game, forcing Chicago to do an inexplicable 26 and then a beautifully designed play by, hats off to the head coach Jason Kidd, calling that play with 1.3 left. Bayless gets the layup at the buzzer, and down goes Chicago. Florio, it's yours.
All right, thank you very much indeed, Cerebral Viper Michael Flecha. Hello, friends. It's Anthony Florio here with another edition of the Bulls Corner. Not so delighted to be here because, we're following a loss here, and you know how we are about that. But credit where credit is due to the Milwaukee Bucks for this win tonight. I mean, they deserve to win this game. They should have won this game, and I'm going to be quite frank with all of you. They totally deserve to win this game here tonight. I mean, what a game it was, though. I mean, 5-star classic, chock full of Shakespearean drama, indeed. And yeah, I mean, you like Shakespearean drama, you came to the right place. It was at the BMO Harris Bradley Center in Milwaukee, Wisconsin this afternoon and evening. And yes, what a fantastic game this was here tonight. And I'll tell you right now, Chicago Bulls fans, I'm just going to say it right now. Monday night in Game 5, we're coming to play. That's all there is to it. And, yeah, 23-19 in favor of Chicago after one. And then Milwaukee with a 31-27 second quarter to tie the game at 50, including Jimmy Butler, or as we call him, Jimmy Buckets, with an incredible three at the very end of that first half, right at the buzzer with like a tenth of a second to go. Tied it at 50, and then third quarter, Milwaukee with a 73-71 lead, 23-21 in the third, and then it was a 19-19 fourth quarter. And then, wow, I mean, but I want to get into the numbers real quick. Breaking down the numbers here, Jimmy Butler led the way for Chicago, 33 points, 7 rebounds, and 2 assists in 40 minutes and 34 seconds of time. Pau Gasol, 16 points and 10 rebounds in 33-40. Derrick Rose, a lot less than he did in Game 3. Had 14 this time around to go with 6 assists and 5 rebounds, 39 minutes and 24 seconds he went. Mike Dunleavy, Fletcher's old buddy from Duke, 10 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists in 34 minutes and 28 seconds. Aaron Brooks, Nikola Mirotic, who was back in the lineup after an injury concern, he had 5 points and 2 assists and a rebound in 20 minutes of time. Taj Gibson had 8 points and 4 rebounds and 2 assists, including 2 on a very sick dunk in the third quarter. I mean, oh man, he put that thing down with authority. 24-43 on that. And Noah, 4 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists in 30 minutes. And here's the big difference maker. I mean, you remember Tony Snell. Tony Snell was one of the unsung heroes of Game 3, and what happened with him? Scoreless. Nothing. He did nothing in 7 minutes and 26 seconds. I mean, he was one of the unsung heroes of the Game 3 win on Thursday, but that was it. So, but Jimmy Buckets, I mean, he had himself a game. Unfortunately, it was not enough. And here's another killer. I mean, another reason why Chicago lost this game tonight, and deservedly so, Fletch, they committed 26 turnovers. 26 turnovers. That is not going to get it done. I don't care who you are. I mean, that is not going to get the job done. And how many did Milwaukee have? They only had 13. That was it. The rebounding edge, that went to Chicago. They had 39 rebounds, and Milwaukee had 34. Assists, that went to Milwaukee, 25-23 on that count. The percentages, Chicago, 48% from the field, Milwaukee, 39. The three-point edge, that clearly went to Chicago, 10 of 18, 55.6. Milwaukee, 9 of 22, 40.9. Free throws, that was about even. Chicago was 70%, 14 out of 20. Milwaukee, 15 of 22, 68.2. And, Mike Dunleavy got charged with a technical foul. Jared Bayless got a technical foul. Michael Carter-Williams had a technical foul. Aaron Brooks and O.J. Mayo each had a flagrant foul in this game. And, yeah, I mean, unbelievable to say the very least. And I want to get into this fourth quarter. I mean, in the fourth quarter, I mean, there was – towards the end of that fourth quarter, I mean, you talk about how we have these unbelievable skirmishes, these scrums, if you will, like we see in the Stanley Cup playoffs, you know, when there was the furious attempts at shooting and whatnot and goalie saves and whatnot. I mean, we saw something like that here. I mean, I could not believe some of the things we saw during that. I mean, I remember down the stretch, Mayo, O.J. Mayo. I mean, I couldn't believe some of the things that Mayo was doing. I mean, O.J. Mayo was he hit a three as the shot clock expired, but they took it off. Under further review, it turned out he didn't get the ball out of his hands in time, so they had to wipe that thing off the board. And but before that, and then moments later, he hits it again. But during this stretch, I mean, Milwaukee gets the ball in, and then one of the guys almost makes the shot and rims out, and then Rose got a clean block, which was awesome. And then all of a sudden, they get it out to Mayo. This time he gets the three. There's no controversy there. But then Chicago would furiously rally. Rose hits a three, and then they get a turnover, and then Rose finds Gasol and one, counted in the foul, and then Gasol hits the free throw to tie the game, and then Chicago was going for the win, and then Rose, turnover, and then Jason Kidd with the alertness, getting in the ear of the referee to call the timeout. Dudley was also right there in the ref's face calling the timeout. And then they put the time back on the clock, 1.5 seconds, and then they inbound it. And then Bayless with the winner. Caught Derrick Rose napping, and that was it. Crowd goes nuts. Confetti and streamers fall from the rafters of the BMO Harris Bradley Center. And wow, Milwaukee Bucks live to see another day. And we will have a Game 5 Monday night. So you know what that means. Double indemnity come Monday night. Not just Bulls Corner, but also the Wrestling Forum. But it benefits us because Derek Ferreira is not going to be on the show. So who knows? Maybe we could incorporate both the Bulls Corner and the Wrestling Forum into one show.
Well, I was thinking possibly it being the Bulls Corner first, and then maybe putting it right, and then right behind that we go right into the Wrestling Forum. So I'm thinking Bulls Corner maybe around 10:30, 10:45, and then of course Wrestling Forum starts immediately following Monday Night Raw. So yeah, we could probably put two and two together.
Yeah, I mean, but I mean, yeah, doing it in one take since I'm going to be hosting the forum on Monday night because Derek.
I think we could do that. I think we could do that. Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, and this way we don't have to do two separates. We can do it. We can do two for the price of one. Just like we did on Strictly Sports last week.
Yeah, we could.
We did the 3-for-1. We did the 3-for-1. We did the Strictly Sports show along with the Ranger Roundup and the Bull Corner. So why not do both the Bull Corner and the Wrestling Forum?
We could.
I mean,
Bull Corner leads it off, and then we'll go right into the forum.
Unless, of course, we get another Shakespearean drama late in game, like we've been getting these last two games.
Yeah, that's true. It's possible, but you know what? I want to also talk about one thing. We talk about the turnovers. Look at the bench score. Think about this, Anthony. Milwaukee had 55 coming off the bench. Chicago, a mere 13.
That's a difference maker.
That's a difference maker. That is absolutely a difference maker.
Yeah, that's your difference maker. The turnovers are my difference maker.
I mean, what a game. What a game. And unfortunately, 13 lead changes, 10 ties. Well, the 13th one was the dagger. Bayless gets the bucket at the buzzer, wins it for Milwaukee. Milwaukee walks away with the victory by the final score of 92-90. Man, I mean, if you're a Bulls fan, you are absolutely irate. But, it's 3-1. You're going back to Chicago, and you just got to handle the business. Finish it off on Monday night. There is really nothing more to say. All right, guys, so we're going to wrap it up here for now. And, keep your eyes posted because later tonight, Anthony Florio and Michael Bullock are going to give you a recap, well, actually a preview video of the WWE Extreme Rules. Of course, that show is going down tomorrow night live on the WWE Network and on pay-per-view. So watch that. And then tomorrow night at 11 p.m. Eastern, immediately following the show, I will be back with Florio, with Michael Bullock, and we are going to recap the entire event. We're going to give you what our feeling was about the event. So until then, for Anthony Florio, for Mike Flecha, Bulls fans, guys, it's a tough night. We all know that. We just got to try to dust ourselves off and get ready for the next game. That's all we can say about that. We got to come ready for Game 5. And we will be coming ready for Game 5. Milwaukee, you got lucky. We're getting you boys for this one. Until then, you know the routine. Hugs and pounds. We out. Good night. But this has been the Bulls Corner exclusively on YouTube.com. Have a good night, everybody.